Very good evening, everyone. Thank you all for attending this important meeting. I'm Tony as a HR administrator, and joining me today are Mr. Zunurain as a recruiting manager, and Mr. Amar, the supervisor from ICT department. Today, we are here to discuss a significant issue, which is digital footprint and the impact on our hiring process. Our aim is to identify the challenges they pose and find practical solutions to enhance our recruitment approach, ensuring privacy and security for both candidates and the company. I would like to express my view. The digital footprints, while often useful for gaining insight into candidates, pose challenges, especially regarding privacy bias and data security. Recently, we found ourselves in a situation where a candidate's all social media posts, which is completely unrelated to the job, which created confusion in the selection process. So, this highlights how critical it is to address the impact of past digital behaviors. So, Mr. Zunurain, yeah, from the perspective of recruitment, what are the main challenges you have faced?
Thank you, Mr. Tony. One of the most pressing challenges we face in privacy is privacy. There are instances where candidates inadvertently share personal information on platforms like social media, which then become visible to us during background check. This situation raises questions about the ethics of reviewing such information, especially if it has no bearing on the person's professional qualification. Moreover, the issue of bias cannot be ignored. When reviewing digital footprint, it's easy to form unconscious judgment about a candidate based on their personal view or lifestyle, which may not affect their job performance. This is a delicate balance to maintain. We are truly focusing on professional qualification, or are we allow bias to creep in?
Um, do you think that social media platforms should play a more active role in protecting your user privacy?
That is an interesting point. While social media companies have taken steps, the responsibility also lies with us as employers to exercise caution in what we consider relevant during hiring.
Well, thank you for that perspective, Junun. Mr. Amar, from ICT standpoint, how does your department view the implications of digital footprints?
Okay, I like to bring up the issue of reputation management, where we have seen cases where candidates were unfairly judged based on outdated information, such as an old blog post or forum comment that no longer reflect their current view or skill. There's a real risk of basing our decision on irrelevant or misleading information. Also, data ownership is a gray area. Many candidates are not fully aware of who owns their digital data or how it can be used. So this lack of transparency breeds mistrust, which will damaging in the long run. So candidate may become wary of applying to companies that engage in invasive digital background check.
I completely understand the concern around reputation, but the technical viewpoint, security risks are just as important, if not more so. There was an incident where a candidate's personal information gathered from their digital footprint was used to identify theft. This raises the question, are we properly protecting the sensitive data we collect? One solution might be to enforce stricter cybersecurity protocol for storing digital footprint data. We could also ensure that our third-party tools provide clear, transparent information about how they collect and store the data. It's crucial that we safeguard candidates' privacy to avoid potential legal issues down the line.
Thank you for raising that, Mr. Zunurain. Clearly, we need to balance security risks with reputation management. Yeah, both are crucial. So, how do we move forward from here? I propose we start with stronger data privacy policies, both internally and as part of our advocacy for better laws. Transparency will also play a huge role, letting letting candidates know how exactly what we are collecting and how it will be used. For example, we can include a comprehensive privacy statement in our application process. Yeah.
I agree. Another point we should consider is focusing on professional qualification when reviewing the digital footprint. For example, rather than getting distracted by a candidate Instagram or Facebook, we should be focusing on their LinkedIn recommendation and professional blog. This would ensure that we are fair and reduce the potential for bias.
Okay, while I agree with the need for fairness, we I still believe that digital red flag shouldn't be ignored. For example, if a candidate exhibit aggressive or inappropriate behavior online, it could suggest future working issues. So, however, it is important to evaluate whether these behavior are relevant to the role or not.
That's true. But we must ensure that these evaluations are objective. A standardized checklist for reviewing digital footprints could help. It would prevent subjective judgments and ensure that we focus only on job relevant criteria. All right. To summarize, we seem to agree that a combination of privacy laws, ethical hiring practices, and transparency is the way forward. We will take a phased approach. First, we will review and update our current data collection practices. Secondly, we will develop a standardized framework for evaluating digital footprints based on job relevance. And finally, we will implement tools to enhance transparency and security, allowing candidates to manage and curate their online profiles before applying.
Okay. One thing I would like to add is that we should also consider candidate with minimal or no digital footprints. Because in certain roles, a lack of social media presence shouldn't be held against them. So not everyone is active online, and that can be perfectly acceptable.
Absolutely. We should focus on skill and qualification rather than penalizing candidates for the lack of their online presence.
Great point, Mr. Zununrain. Any other thoughts?
So far, no. Thank you.
All right, I would like to wrap up by saying thank you all for your valuable contributions today. We have had a very productive discussions. Let's work together to ensure we implement these strategies effectively. That's all for today. Have a great day, everyone. Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you.